dreams. Back in the day, before I was a line cook, I had aspirations to work as an animator and an artist in the comic and uh, animation world. And it was far away from my current home here in Portland, Maine, that I had a chance to work at a place called the Puck Building. Now, this was the early 2000s. No, actually, it was the late 90s now that I think about it. Very late 90s, around 98, 1999, thereabouts. But I worked at a place called the Puck Building. Because a company that I worked for, an animation company that I worked for, uh, had basically gone bankrupt, but they were able to connect us to a tech company that worked in the Puck Building's basement, about 2 stories down. Now, if you are not too young to remember, and if you're watching this, you might be. Um, Back in the late 90s, uh, everything was anything that had the internet or computers, or it was like the blockchain at the time. Anything that you had, and any company that had that title attached to it was bringing in tons of investor cash. Now, one of those companies was, again, a company that we were subcontracted to down here in the basement of the Puck Building. They were just an internet service provider in a place that did computer repairs. But because they did a little bit of internet service providing, they got so much money invested to them, and they didn't know what to do. So first they moved up here to the top floor, and then they got a commission. And this commission was very big because it allowed them to buy space in a much larger and much more modern glass and steel skyscraper. But what that commission was, we were told it was animation work, and it was. It was about a new show that was being pitched to Nickelodeon called Dora the Explorer. And if you're not aware of Dora the Explorer, and that's kind of odd that you would even, I mean, unless you're, I mean, it's literally a planet wide sensation. Dora the Explorer is a children's animated program that I don't even understand. I mean, how large, it's probably now eternal. It's going to be going on. But it started out as a cartoon show on Nickelodeon, or Nick Jr., I think. And then it expanded to an entire network and ancillary characters and ancillary properties. And all in all, Dora the Explorer became a multi-billion-dollar franchise and property. Now, here's the crazy thing. If you go to Dora the Explorer, they will tell you it was created, and let's just pump this up so you can see it. It was created by Chris Gifford, Valerie Walsh Valdez, and Eric Weiner. This is 100% incorrect. Not a single one of these three individuals had anything to do with the actual creation of Dora the Explorer. Um, because I was there. In the initial days, I visited the animation studio in Manhattan, where the woman who had originally created Dora the Explorer, and we're going to go on more about woman who created Dora the Explorer in a moment. But that's just a little bit off to the side. But we visited the um, we visited their studio just to like get a feel for what was going on, and they showed us all of the stuff there. And it was a very small studio, maybe about 4 or 5 computers, light tables, old time animation, setups. And they had hired us to automate the animation process using a system that I'm wondering if it's still even around. But yeah, we moved out of that building. We went to the new building and we started work on Dora the Explorer after meeting, um, after going over to the studio and meeting the animation crew. Now, the creator of Dora the Explorer was in actuality, like many of the animators from the 90s, from Eastern Europe. She was a woman from Poland. She had worked 15 years on Dora, creating it. It was one of the like one her most successful project that she'd pushed so far, and wanted to really push it. But um, what happened was she did not read the paperwork that Nickelodeon gave to her. The true creator of Dora the Explorer was, again, a woman from Poland. I never had a face to face with her. I met her on about 3 occasions. I was, by the way, my job in this whole process was just doing cell coloring, cell shading. I wasn't very good at that either, but anyway. I saw her talking, going through the offices a couple of times, and at a certain time, even before we started work on that first project, the first episode of Dora the Explorer, we were told we would never be meeting the woman again, or any of those animators that we had seen in that studio, because Nickelodeon now owned the property entirely, and the woman who had originally created Dora the Explorer had been given $15,000, and again, she did not read the paperwork, and in that paperwork was also, again, she didn't read it apparently, a gag order. She could never ever talk about her involvement with the development of this $1 billion project. She only got $15,000, and the reason I could talk about this is because yes, I was asked to sign an NDA, but again, this was about over a quarter century ago at this point. That has long since expired, and if Nickelodeon wants to, come after me, but here's the thing: is the reason that I made this very short, just ramble about this time in my life, this one job, is that knowing that this woman had to like literally go for about a decade seeing nothing but Dora. Again, it became a worldwide sensation, a television network unto its own, and it probably still makes multi millions of dollars a year. And this woman, the original creator of Dora the Explorer, only got $15,000 for her creation. Now, I'm pretty sure that she got so burned by this, she said, "I'm leaving the United States." And probably she hopefully went back and moved on to other projects. But I would have to say that Nickelodeon paying this creator only $15,000 for something that they went on to make over $1 billion worth off of. $1 billion worth, $1 billion off of. I think that's unfair, and I think that at the very least, the woman who was the creator of Dora the Explorer originally should get some recognition. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime because I posted about this on Reddit, and I brought it up in other like circles of discussion, and it's never gone anywhere. But I don't know. It's just a little thing in the back of my head that just keeps on bugging me every time I see a little bit of Dora stuff. This like little job that I had for a couple of months back, and back in the late '90s. And if anything else that I learned from that is that you got to be wary when you're working in media because you're going to, oh my goodness, it's a dark forest out there. But I'm not going to go on at length. Hopefully, maybe somebody out there eventually will watch this video and want to know ways that we can perhaps find the true creator of Dora again. And hopefully she's still with us. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.